Hey everybody, thank you for joining us. I wanted to do a quick but in-depth video on how to start selling roasted coffee with Shopify. Now, of course, you can use this video to sell other food items or any items such as chocolate, nuts, and dried fruits, or whatever your heart desires. Now, there's a lot of information to cover and I hope to keep it as brief as possible. No doubt there are quite a few e-commerce platforms on the market out there. While they may each have their pros and cons, nothing compares to the power, affordability, and security of Shopify. It's among the best e-commerce platforms that I have personally used. Now, many of you are already familiar with Shopify. They shot onto the scene in 2006 and now are being used by over 2.1 million daily users and growing. Now, selling coffee online might be the perfect business for a coffee lover. Whether you want to start an online business, create your own coffee brand, or eventually open up a coffee shop, selling coffee online can make an excellent springboard for an incredible future business. After all, the world loves coffee. Now, today more than ever, customers are used to buying everything online, including groceries and, of course, coffee. Selling coffee online is a logical and reasonable choice when deciding what to sell online. So let's jump right in. Now, to follow along, I recommend heading over to Shopify to start their free trial. Click on the link in the description. It's easy and there's no commitment. Now, time is of the essence, so I wanted to tell you what we're going to cover in this video. First is selling coffee online profitable with Shopify? How much money can you make selling coffee? What kind of online coffee shop do you want to be? What's the process of selling coffee online? Why it's important that you need to choose an online concept that you can grow with. And finally, we're going to review the steps of selling coffee online and how to market it. So, is selling coffee online profitable with Shopify? The short answer is yes. Selling coffee online can be profitable, but I'm going to tell you a little later why Shopify is the best solution for people starting out selling coffee. Now, Shopify merchants can experience profits from selling a wide variety of products, including coffee, dried fruit, chocolate, and other packaged foods and snacks, as well as a number of other physical and digital products. But there are some important caveats to selling coffee online that will lead you to profitability, and which we'll discuss in just a little bit. But I want to be clear, selling coffee online is not a get-rich scheme, and it shouldn't be. It's a real business, and it takes time to grow. As a solo entrepreneur, don't expect to be running on all cylinders immediately. Expect several months for you to grow into your business. Now, starting an online coffee business takes work, knowledge, and the right tools. Ultimately, your success will be determined by focusing on the right customer, the right niche, marketing your business, and delivering perfect online customer experience consistently. So, how much money can you make selling coffee online with Shopify? Now, to determine how much money you can make selling coffee online, you will primarily deal with three things that all online businesses contend with. The first is your volume of sales. The next is your inventory costs. And finally, your overall overhead costs. Now, to make money selling coffee online, you'll have to increase your sales volume, keep your inventory costs low without sacrificing quality, and manage your overhead costs. Now, you may also want to consider the existing competition. When it comes to coffee, everyone is potentially your competition. A competitive market means it's a healthy market. So don't be afraid of competition. There are so many potential niches out there where you can succeed, and we'll get into some profitable sales strategies in just a few minutes. Nevertheless, while the competition for online coffee sales can be fierce, you can work really hard and smart to develop your own unique coffee brand and loyal customer base. So if you want to get more specific revenue numbers, consider that each bag of whole bean coffee, that's 12 ounces in the US roughly, will retail between $18 and $22 in the US. Now, for simplicity's sake, let's average out the retail cost to $20 per bag of coffee. So for example, if your goal is to sell 200 bags of coffee per month, you're looking at bringing $4,000 worth of online coffee revenue. Let's get a little more ambitious. Let's break it down so that you can see what I mean by upping the volume per week. If you were to sell a $20 bag 100 times, that is $2,000 worth of revenue a week. $20 per bag times 200 bags is $4,000 per week. Now, it might take you some time to get up to 100 bags of sales, and you may or may not want to grow that fast. You may not be able to handle anything over a certain volume. Your average retail price might be higher or lower. Simply substitute the numbers with those that you need or are shooting for. So let's quickly talk about some of the costs. Your wholesale cost per bag of coffee is, say, about $7 per pound, or 35% of your retail price. Using these numbers with the first revenue example, you can estimate that it would cost about $1,400 of coffee for every $4,000 you make. Now, of course, you will have other costs such as packaging, storage, website fees, marketing, among other items. All of these costs are important and can be significant. But like other businesses, they will decline over time as you settle in. For example, you're probably not going to have to pay for logo or graphic design every week, as well as other one-time costs. Okay, so we've determined that you want to sell coffee online. The next step is to decide what type of online coffee shop that you want to be. Now, there are plenty of options to choose from. However, once you figure out what type of online coffee shop that you want to be, it's easier to move forward. Here are my recommendations when choosing your type of online coffee business. First is to consider a specific online niche. Now, with your niche, you have to ask whether you can get an immediate following right away. The next is to develop your online coffee brand, and you can actually start this way before you launch your business. Next is choose an online coffee business concept that you can grow with, as well as something that you can get excited about. Now, choosing a niche allows you to be laser focused on a specific customer base. The more focused you are, the more likely that you are to develop a loyal customer following. Since coffee is a commodity product, being everything to everyone will actually get you nowhere. Being a coffee that everybody loves or a coffee brand that everyone loves will actually put pressure on reducing your sales. So let me put it this way. You are not selling coffee to the masses. Leave that to the coffee conglomerates and corporate folks. Instead, you want your online coffee business to appeal to a specific group of people who will be your loyal customers. So when it comes to focusing on a target market, stay laser focused and go deep. There have been many successful niches, including military and veteran niches, political niches, nonprofit niches, or other types of groups, including helping people with special needs, health issues, and so forth. Now, once you understand what your niche is going to be, now you're going to want to develop a coffee brand that your specific customers will gravitate to. Now, since many customers won't have the ability to see and smell your coffee in person, they will make many decisions based on the attractiveness of your coffee brand, as well as your online content and reviews. Therefore, develop a coffee brand that excites your customers using colors or design that captures your online coffee business's idea. Pictures and videos and descriptions are key in this process. And finally, you will want to communicate in a manner that best relates and resonates with your target market. Now, unless you plan to invest a large sum of money in a large online coffee operation right away, you're probably going to start fairly small. And starting fairly small is okay. In fact, many successful entrepreneurs will tell you that starting small is often the best approach. My advice is start small, but plan for growth. There are plenty of great reasons to start small. When you start any business, think about what really excites you. Your excitement will translate into greater customer engagement and higher profits. We're going to talk about how to open your Shopify store, but first, I think it's important to talk a little bit about the process of selling coffee online. The elements of starting an online coffee business are similar to other online retail businesses. In a nutshell, the basic components of coffee is you have you, which is in charge of the coffee supply. You have a website with a shopping cart payment system. This is your storefront. And third is your customer. Next, you will need a coffee supplier to provide you with the inventory that you need to sell. Next, you will need an e-commerce platform like Shopify. Again, click on the link in the description to get your free trial. And lastly, you need a way to reach your customer, and that's through marketing. So let's break these down even further. When it comes to your coffee, where will you get it from? Who will supply you with the coffee that you need to run your online coffee business? Will you decide to buy wholesale coffee or roast your own beans? Now, there are a few general ways to get your roasted coffee inventory to sell online. As I mentioned, you can roast your own coffee beans, private label your coffee with a wholesale roaster, collaborate with a wholesale roaster. You can curate coffee from local roasters, or you can use drop shipping as a way to go. Each of these general coffee supply options carries its own advantages and disadvantages. You need to figure out the best option that works for you right now. Remember that if you choose to go one route and it doesn't work, you can always switch things up. In deciding, however, consider the margins that each of the options provides you. Go through this list and determine how much money will you get per bag per sale. All right, switching over to our website now. Your online storefront is your website. Your website is your online storefront. And your website needs to look good, professional, and seem trustworthy, or else you will struggle to convert website visitors into customers. Now, when you sell anything online, you want a clean and easy to navigate website that allows you to professionally display your products and process financial transactions. Now, this is where Shopify comes in. Not only does it make selling coffee easy by providing you with secure and easy checkout services, but you can create some beautiful websites without any coding. Now, with Shopify, you can create a website pretty much in minutes. You can easily process transactions as soon as today. You can also market your website with different add-ons that they feature, such as email marketing, and you can have all the information in real time at your fingertips. Now, if you have a domain name already, that is your website address, you can use it with Shopify, or you can register a new domain through Shopify itself. Okay, just a quick word on the costs. After all, costs are important. So at this time, Shopify offers 3 different tiers. The first one is probably the one most of us will use. It's $39 a month with some transaction costs. Currently, they offer 3 months for $1. This allows you time to build your site, try out different themes that you may like, and get your first sale. They also allow you to try out the site for 3 days for free, and then you have to pay the buck for 3 months. Now, at the end of 3 months, if you don't like it, you can simply cancel your membership. Now, certainly $39 isn't nothing, but for what you get, secure hosting, secure online transactions, clean and beautiful website possibilities, this is actually a really competitive deal. Now, when compared to other lesser e-commerce solutions, this is a good bargain. Now, to start your free trial, be sure to click on the link in the description. Now, what's great about Shopify is they offer a unique starting tier for new entrepreneurs. For $5 a month, you can sell your coffee with their starter app. Now, the starter plan is the easiest version of Shopify. At $5 a month, you can create a starter store within minutes, powered by Shopify's checkout system. You can sell your products via social media, email, SMS, WhatsApp, or anywhere else that you might be able to share a link to your products. All right, so reaching your customer through marketing. So now that we have your website together and your beans are ready, marketing your online coffee shop is going to be the mainstay of your online coffee business. You can reach your potential customers through your online and offline efforts. Of course, these would include social media, your blog, advertising or email marketing, or your offline social networking. All right, so there are a few things that you're going to need to prepare for your website. You have to decide on what your name will be and choose an appropriate domain name. You have to consider your packaging, how you'll package your goods, what it will look like, and the logo and slogan that comes with it. You'll bring together pictures of your products, graphics, and have those readily available, as well as you're going to want to determine your own pricing and get inventory supplies and so forth. Additionally, you're going to want to develop content for your site. This means great product descriptions or blog posts, and as I mentioned, pictures or videos. Certainly, setting up an online coffee business takes diligent work, planning, marketing. When you finally attract customers to your website, you want them to buy your coffee through a seamless, easy-to-use shopping cart system. Now, that's why we believe that having Shopify as a website can be the perfect e-commerce solution. Okay, everybody, that wraps up our video. If you found this link helpful, please give us a thumbs up and be sure to get your free trial with Shopify in our description link.